Okay, so I'm going to quickly go through the crayfish PowerPoint here. Remember, crayfish are examples of arthropods. They are the most diverse, abundant group of animals on Earth. I'm sure you guys read that. There are more species of these guys than all the other animals combined. Some characteristics: jointed appendages, exoskeleton made of chitin. Remember, with this exoskeleton, they have to shed it whenever they grow, also known as ecdysis or molting. And then we also have body segmentation, basically specific regions of the crayfish. So there are two main regions for the segmented body plan. The first one's called the cephalothorax, where we have the head and the thorax region. And the second part is the abdomen, which means the tail. That's also segmented. Okay, if we zoom in on the end of the tail, this is the telson, and then these two on the outside are called the uropods. So the tail can bend inwards, okay? So if it bends inwards, we have Newton's third law. It'll back the crayfish up, and then when it goes this way, it'll propel it forward. Okay, let's focus in on the pinchers here, called the chelipeds. First of the paired walking legs, modified obviously for defense, fighting, capture and prey. If it does lose it, it can regenerate, but it is a very slow process. We also have the antenna, the second pair, similar anterior paired called antennules, used for taste, chemicals, and water, as well as touch. So, ventral view of it. Okay, this region right here is called the carapace, right here. Specialized portion of the exoskeleton covers the head and thorax regions. We also have the rostrum, anterior section of the carapace, protects the eyes and the head. And we also have some walking legs down here, 4 pairs of jointed legs for movement. So you can see this crayfish has a smaller cheliped, which means it probably regenerated. Under here is the first pair of the walk-in legs, also known as a pincher. So tiny little pincher right there. All right, zooming in underneath kind of the ventral side of the things, maxillipeds, third of the larger appendages near the mouth, and it helps to handle food. You can see that right here and over here. We also have the mandibles on the inside, jaw-like structure, breaks food apart, moves from side to side. And we're just going to move on. Okay, still on the ventral side, bottom side of the crayfish, the swimmerets. Okay, help propel the crayfish through water, hold fertilized eggs and larvae in females. Looking at 2 different sexes of crayfish. So if you had a male here on the right side, first pair of swimmerets are hardened and enlarged. These are the copulary swimmerets, used to help deposit sperm. Over here we have the female. Okay, there's the seminal receptacle that receives the sperm. So here's a female northern crayfish carrying her eggs with the swimmerets. And there's the anus. Crayfish do have a complete digestive system. Okay, so you would take your crayfish out of the bag, rinse it because they kind of smell, and then don't worry about it. I'm sure I tortured you enough with the YouTube videos from the PBIS, South Dakota dudes. You take your scissors and you cut along the carapace on the side here. Oh. And you would repeat it on the other side, and you're just going to peel it off. So, you made a cut here, you made a cut on the other side, and now you're going to peel off the carapace. Almost there. There's the carapace, peeled off. So now what you're going to see is this. These are gills, feathery-like structures, obviously used for respiration and remove oxygen from the water. And then you have to remove those. So then you remove those, and you'll get to the heart that sits underneath it. Crayfish have an open circulatory system. Right by the heart, you see the digestive glands, help produce enzymes to help digest food as well as absorb nutrients. Okay, moving further up, so we started here to here. Now we have our pyloric stomach and then the cardiac stomach. So cardiac's first, then the pyloric in the pathway of the food. Okay. So, in summary, cardiac stomach first to the pyloric stomach. There's our digestive gland. The heart was around this area right here, and then these were the gills. Okay, so then you remove the stomach. You see the gastric mill that's found within the cardiac stomach to help grind food additionally. And then you'll see that once you remove the stomach, which was sitting on top of here, you get the adrenal glands, the green glands. Basically, excretion of body waste is basically urine for the crayfish. These fibers right here are ganglia, part of the nervous system. Sorry, I'm not going to force you to watch any more videos. Okay, moving on to the abdomen. So you're going to cut along both sides of the abdomen of the tail, and to try to peel off the exoskeleton, try not to damage the intestine. But there's the intestine right there, and surrounding that is the muscle. Okay, so that does it for the crayfish dissection video. You have a quiz on next Monday on the crayfish and the grasshopper.